also got a haul today. I just finished with the unboxing of the Walmart's Men Grooming box, but Shannon actually ordered me some nice things. Here pretty soon I'm going to be taking kendo. I've been wanting to do this since I was 12. It's a form of swordsmanship, Japanese, where it emerged in the mid to late 19th century as a replacement for older Kenjutsu styles, which they'd use hard wooden swords or even steel swords in most of their exercises. And there were a lot of injuries, a lot of deaths, and you know, the Meiji Restoration was trying to do away with a lot of the violence of the past. The militarism and imperialism of Japan hadn't quite emerged as we would see it in the early 20th century. But anyway, she also ordered me the Hagakure. I read this quite a bit when I was in high school. I actually did a book report on it. This is a new translation by Alexander Bennett. It's one I haven't. Hagakure was written by Yamamoto Tsunetomo from the Nabeshima clan of samurai. He lived in an era when Japan was completely isolated from the rest of the world, and there wasn't really any challenge for samurai besides trying to stay sober for as long as you could most of the time. It's kind of sad that you could actually buy a samurai title at this point, and police officers in Tokyo in particular were far better equipped to deal with conflict and aggression than samurai were. So he wrote this book in an attempt to try to revitalize Bushido, to get his thoughts out there. And it's quite an excellent book. One of the most famous phrases from it is the way the samurai is found in death. I like to compare this to the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius myself, because I'm huge into Rome. Which brings me to my next thing. Since I've been reading so much more lately, Shannon has been asking me if I wanted to get anything, particularly from the library, and this is so new that it's not at our library. We can't get this through the Lewis and Clark library system. That's how new it is.
Illinois Heartland is what it's called now.
Oh, well.
Because it's all of Illinois now, so they're just the bottom half.
Britannia. This is about a Roman centurion who
It's a graphic novel.
Oh, yes, it's a graphic novel, as you can see, or, a collection. It's apparently a comic series now. I haven't seen it because I haven't walked into a comic shop in 3 or 4 years. And this is a bind-up of the first few issues of it. It's about a Roman centurion, which is basically a sergeant in the legions. He's in command of 80 fighting men and 20 supporting men, who has been named... I don't actually remember the Latin for it, but he's basically been turned into a detective to go and investigate these supernatural happenings in the land of Britannia, which at that point was still very much frontier and very much this weird, foggy, mythical land that had been basically, to the Romans, just discovered by Julius Caesar just a few decades before this takes place, from what I understand. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I really hope it is. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and the premise of it, I love Rome, so this is going to be great.
If you want him to do a book review on either of these, just let us know in the comments or shoot me a message, and I'll have him do one.
And of course, because I'm doing kendo, my wonderful wife made sure to order me the most important thing I need for that.
He's probably going to do a second part to this haul because he's got more stuff coming in the mail.
Yeah. This is called, if I can get it open, a Shinai. You've probably seen these in like anime, manga, whatever. It is a bamboo simulation of a Japanese katana. I've done a lot of different fencing in the past. I started with Toyama Ryubatodo. I later studied and then became an instructor in Fiore de Liberi Long.
Layla!
Yeah, she's going nuts. And now I'm finally going to get to do the style I've wanted to do since I was a kid. It's made of 4 staves of bamboo. It's got white leather parts on it for the ska, the handle. suru, which marks the back of the blade. You actually cut with this part. I forget the name of it. There's a lot of these I need to remember. Kansaki, the tip, there's actually a specific name for this piece of leather. This is the nakayui, and these demarcate the part of the blade you want to hit with. And this is the tsuba and tsuba home, which holds it on. It's the handguard. It's still very new, so it's very stiff.
Yeah, if you want to see him do any more extensive videos on this sort of thing, swords, martial arts, any of that, I'm sure he'd be happy to do so.
I'm going to embarrass myself doing it, but I'll do it anyway because I love my wife. But yeah, this is my second Shinai. The last one I had, I bought because I was a weird weeaboo kid in high school. Now I'm actually going to use it for martial arts as it was intended. So that's my haul.
You got one other thing.
I do?
Yeah, it's on your feet.
Oh yes. I guess I should take it off.
No, I can film it here. Show what they look like.
Nah, they're just new shoes, Vans. I don't remember what kind. I don't skateboard. I don't really do any of that. I fall off of the thing and hurt myself a lot because, you know, I freak out. But I really like how they look. They're flat.
They have good arch support.
Yeah. And I'm tired of getting Converses just for them to explode within a few months, and Nikes that explode from the sides in a few months because they have wide feet. And
We've been married for 2.5 years,
yeah.
And he's killed 2 pairs of Converse. One so thoroughly they went in the trash, and one that he's been wearing is the ones that are set aside for backups. He needed new shoes desperately.
Normally I wear boots, like I wear harness boots or combat boots, or I've got a pair of paratrooper boots up in the attic I need to pull down, but wearing sneakers a lot more lately because I'm been getting more active, going to the gym, going for walks, and practicing for this and everything, so it makes more sense than a big boot with a huge heel on it when you're practicing martial art where you're barefoot. And I walk around in boots enough at school. So whenever I take a walk at home, the last thing I want to do is have those on my feet again. But anyway, I think that's it for right now. I think I have more stuff coming later. But if you don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see me do any more videos, like Shannon said, please let us know down in the comments below. And take it easy. I'll see you later.